everyone. A very pleasant day to you. President Tinubu approves cancellation of $5.27 billion pre-2025 NNPC debts. Explosion hits General Hospital in Kebbi, police call for calm. And alleged money laundering, former Attorney General Malami's son, one other plead not guilty to 16-count charge. A very good day to you and welcome to Impact News Hour on First News Port Harcourt. I am Becky Usoro. Now the news in full. President Bola Tinubu said he spoke on the phone with boxer Anthony Joshua and his mother following the tragic accident in Ogun State in which the former heavyweight champion was injured and lost two of his associates, Kevin Lateef Ayodele and Sina Gami. In a statement on X, President Tinubu, who is currently abroad, expressed profound sympathy for the boxer over the accident on the Lagos to Ibadan Expressway. Joshua and his associates were in Nigeria for the UTAD in the wake of the boxer's win over YouTuber Jake Paul. As before the accident, the former heavyweight champion shared a video of himself and Lateef playing table tennis. Moving on, President Bola Tinubu has approved the cancellation of debts totaling 5.57 trillion naira owed by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company NNPC Limited to the federal government as part of efforts to clean up the company's finances and improve transparency in the oil sector. The presidency disclosed the decision, noting that it comes amid growing fiscal pressures on Africa's largest oil producer, including weak revenues and rising public debt. The move is also linked to the government's broader plan to reform NNPC ahead of proposed divestment in oil and gas assets. Details of the approval were provided by the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, which said the decision was reached during the November Federal Accounts Allocation Committee meeting held last week. The meeting followed recommendations by a reconciliation panel tasked with reviewing NNPC's financial obligations to the government. According to the presidency, the debt write-off covers liabilities accrued up to December 31, 2024. These include obligations arising from production sharing contracts, domestic crude, supply arrangements, repayment agreements, modified carry contracts, and joint venture royalties. The government said outstanding obligations incurred between January and October 2025 are still being pursued. In addition, a long-standing dispute over an alleged $42.37 billion under remittance by NNPC between 2011 and 2017 remains unresolved. While the government continues to raise concerns over the issue, NNPC has maintained that all revenues during the period were fully and properly accounted for. The presidency said the debt cancellation is aimed at strengthening transparency and accountability in Nigeria's oil and gas industry, while resetting fiscal relations between the government and a state-owned energy company, which remains central to national revenue generation. Moving on, former Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, his son, and one other individual have pleaded not guilty to a 16-count charge of alleged money laundering. They were arraigned before the Federal High Court in Abuja. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has filed a 16-count charge against Malami, his son, Abubakar Abdulaziz Malami, and an associate, Hajia Bashir Asaber. The charges include large-scale money laundering and the illegal acquisition of properties worth over 8.7 billion naira. The charge accused the defendants of conspiring to conceal, disguise, and retain proceeds from illegal activities. The indictment claimed that they used multiple bank accounts, corporate entities, and high-value real estate transactions over nearly 10 years to indirectly acquire the illicit funds. The charge sheet stated that the alleged offenses took place between 2015 and 2025, primarily within the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, during Malami's time as the country's Attorney General. Moving on, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPC Limited, is planning to sell stakes in some of its oil and gas assets and has already called for bids. quoting an invitation document, it stated that interested bidders must register online by January 10, after which pre-screening will follow and qualified firms will gain access to a secure virtual data room. Two of Nigeria's influential oil sector unions had in September this year strongly opposed the government's reported plans to divest significant stakes in joint venture assets managed by the NNPC. The Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASN, and the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, had warned that such moves could destabilize the economy, weaken the oil industry, and jeopardize the welfare of workers. Away from that story, the Kebbi State Police Command has assured residents that security has been brought under control following a loud explosion at the General Hospital in Bagudo in early hours of today. The assurance was contained in a statement by the Police Public Relations Officer, SP Bashir Usman. According to the police, a joint security team comprising personnel from Nigerian Police Force, the military, and local vigilante groups swiftly cordoned off and secured the affected area shortly after the incident. Explosive ordnance disposal and chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear specialists were also deployed to conduct a detailed assessment of the scene. The command confirmed that no casualties were recorded in the incident, although a building within the hospital staff quarters sustained damage. Occupants have reportedly evacuated the area before the explosion occurred. The Commissioner of Police in Kebbi State has ordered additional tactical deployments to the area to ensure that the maintenance of public order and safety. A comprehensive investigation has also been launched to determine the cause of the explosion. Residents have been advised to remain calm and avoid the immediate vicinity of the hospital to allow security agencies to carry out the operations without hindrance. That's all on the news this hour. I am Becky Usoro. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.